Okay, this is something that's been blooming for a while and I haven't really gotten to it, but it is a peculiar hybrid. You'll notice that it does not have bulbs um, in it. It does have a lot of moss, which is actually uh, Funaria hygrometra, which is a weedy moss. I don't think I can get rid of. But anyway, this little plant, let's see if I can get bigger, right there. And you can actually, well, maybe you can, maybe you can't. Okay, yeah, you can see the lip here is, well, it's three-lobed. It's yellowish, and it is fused to the column. But anyway, it kind of looks like just like any epidendrum, but not, let's see, direction of the cross here. So what I did is I put some Encyclia tampensis, which I have a video on, onto Epidendrum magnolia variety, variety mexicana, I believe. And so there is yellow in both those. And so this is actually a named hybrid. It's named after a guy, in which I do not recall right now, but in memorial sort of thing. But anyway, what seems to have gone away, the Encyclias have bulbs. And there used to be a day when Encyclias and Epidendrums, well, Encyclias were part of the Epidendrum group, but Encyclias, because they have bulbs, they were separated from that group. So anyway, this is the Epidendrum, probably one of the largest genera of orchids in the Americas, and that is actually always going to remind me of a Barcaria a little bit, but not quite. So anyway, that is a peculiar flower, very yellow. It's in strong light, so that's why it's a little more redder. But anyway, it's interesting because this does not really look like either one of the parents terribly well. Its leaves have a certain epidendrum look to it, but it's kind of coming from this central area down here, which would be a bulb and encyclians. But anyway, quite vigorous. Cute flowers. I don't smell anything. The Encyclia tampensis is aromatic, so it's an interesting cross between two native Florida orchids. So more than likely, this sort of hybrid actually occurred naturally, but one of the parents is very yellow and one of them's very green, and that again here. And so this cross seems to really have brought out some of the yellows in the Epidendrum magnolia variety mexicana, which I don't really think of being as terribly yellow. So I wonder if I flip those around. Is the yellow is normally inherited through the female line, and like that. But anyway, definitely a combination of characteristics. If you were to see this in wild, I'm like, oh, that's a cute little epidendrum of some sort. But not. So anyway, this is growing terribly well, as is the moss on it. It's on a piece of bald cypress, and doing fairly well. I need to clean off the algae. But anyway, not all hybrids necessarily look good. I'm not terribly amused, but it's decent. I think it could go places, but a primary hybrid between two species, and you can see what's dominant and what's not. It almost has, some of these leaves almost look like encyclias, some of the smaller encyclias, but it's got a little bit of a cane here, which is more of an epidendrum characteristic, or maybe a Barcaria characteristic, if you will. But so anyway, right smack in the dab in the middle. So it really does look like the bulb situation is derived, being that the bulbs are not showing. They're not dominant in this primary hybrid. So something to consider if you're doing crosses like this.